You're welcome and good day, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to our job search tools and techniques workshop. Today, we'll explore the various strategies and resources to help you navigate the job market. I have Israel in the background. He'll be managing the platform. And just a little bit about myself. I'm Nirmala Moodley. I'm the employability lead for Region Business School. I've completed my postgrad certificate in education with Stadio. I have a Bachelor of Arts honors in psychology, Bachelor of Arts in psychological counseling from UNISA, a BTech in management from DUT. And I'm also registered with the South African Council for Educators. I have over 20 years of work experience in the private and public sector. And in providing, which gives me a great foundation in providing professional career services to students and alumni. So job search strategies, tools, and techniques. We will start by looking at some of the what job search tools are, and these are the. I'll just go through them one at a time. I'll go through an explanation so you have an idea. But if you have any questions, then just put them on the chat, and I will answer those questions once I'm done with the presentation. So digital platforms, these are comprehensive online ecosystems that provide a range of search tools and resources. So you'd able to have one platform or one place where you can search for and apply for jobs. Now, websites, these are online platforms. They provide a wide range of job search resources. They include job listings, career advice, and networking opportunities. Users can search for job based on various criteria, such as location, the industry they're looking at. They look at experience level, and one of these websites, we've talked about was the PNet when we did at the workshop recently. Other platforms that you can look at include Careers24, Indeed.com, CareerJet, etc. Software apps, these are specialized computer programs or applications that helps work seekers streamline the job search process. These may include features such as automated job search, CV creation, and application tracking. Job search software is able to analyze your CV and compare it to job descriptions. And this is where your CV is either accepted or rejected by the system. So basically, this is your software capability. Apps are we talking about are mobile job search applications that are designed to assist you to find employment opportunities. And these are can be used with your by utilizing your smartphones and your tablets. These apps usually offer the similar features to online job search websites, but they are more mobile friendly. PNet is also a mobile app that you can use. Another app you can use is the LinkedIn job search as well. This allows you to search for jobs, receive personalized job recommendations that others would put on your profile and which you'd accept. And the personal job recommendations as well will be based on your profile as well as your previous job applications. You're able to apply for positions directly from your mobile device. And recruiters also use these mobile platforms as well on the go. So you apply for a job, they get a notification if it's a suitable applicant, etc. So, sometimes you may get a call, soon after you submit your CV because the system has read your application, your CV, etc. And because you match the criteria, it will automatically the recruiter is notified, and then you may get a call from the recruiter soon thereafter your application. Sometimes this process may take a while. Recruiters may allow a certain batch of applications to come through before they respond to applicants. Examples of job search tools, these are online job boards. They are websites where recruiters and employers post job opportunities and openings, and you can search and apply for these positions. These job boards allow you to filter job listings based on specific criteria such as location, your age, salary, the industry. Here again, we can look at PNet, LinkedIn, Indeed.com as some of the examples of online job boards. Resume or CV builders, these are tools that will help you create professional looking CVs quickly and easily. These tools often provide templates and formatting options, making it simple to customize your CV based on your skills and experience. We here at Regent are in the process of finalizing our CV builder for our students, and will notify you once this is available to you. This would be an excellent tool for you to familiarize yourself with once it's available, and make use of it. Next, we look at the applicant tracking system. This is a software, and we have spoken about this previously as well. This is a software used by many recruiters and employers to manage and streamline the recruitment process. These systems automate the collection, screening, and tracking of job applications. These systems automate which makes it easier for employers to manage large volumes. So, like I mentioned earlier, if there's a lot of CVs coming through, the system will screen the CVs and create maybe individual CV updates or in batches that would then go through the recruiter or employer. You need to understand how ATS CV works. We have done workshops previously with regards to this as well, and there's information on the Regent Connect platform as well. So go through the platform, look under resources. There should be some information there. There's videos there as well that you can use. This will help you as well in increasing your chance of being selected. Here again, PNet uses ATS system. So your CV is screened and either accepted or rejected by the system. Relevant CVs that are aligned to the job advert usually passes through, and these go through to the recruiter. Next one we're looking at is a professional networking site such as LinkedIn, which provides you with a platform to connect with colleagues, industry professional recruiters, and potential employers. These sites offer features such as creating a professional profile, sharing your work experience here, your qualifications, and you joining an industry. You can join industry-related groups. You can use these platforms to expand your professional network, search for job opportunities, and then even receive recommendations from your connection. So if you have had an experience with somebody from a work perspective or online perspective, they would be able to recommend and say, okay, you know what, this person has the skills, or they will talk about your professional ability as well. So that's nice to have as well. So when recruiters or employees are going through your profile, they are able to see these recommendations based on the perceptions or feedback from your clients and from people that you may interact with on a business level. Regent Connect as well is a networking platform. This is for our students and alumni to connect with peers, colleagues, apply for jobs. You also have access to free events, workshops, webinars, which are available to students and alumni. And these are free unless otherwise stated. So you're attending this webinar and workshop, it's free. There's quite a few events that we have that are free to alumni. So a lot of people ask about cost, etc. Most of these are free to our students and alumni unless otherwise stated. Job search applications. These are, as mentioned earlier, mobile applications that offer search features on the go. These apps often provide push notifications for new job openings and allow you to save job listings for later and provide easy application and submission. Push notifications, if you aren't aware of it, are pop-up messages that you may receive. And this is based on your settings. When you go to a specific website, you would set whether you want push notifications, which are pop-up messages that come up on your phone, and you're able to read them and say, okay, let me go and have a look at what's happening on this portal. Most of these apps offer user-friendly interface, personalized job recommendations, and it also it gives you the ability to track the status of your applications as well. With regards to a save for later, please ensure sometimes when it offers you that option to save for later, and just be wary of it as well. You need to be aware of the closing dates and diarize this information so that you do not lose out on an opportunity. But also at the same time, I'd like to suggest that you try and apply as soon as possible after the advert is out, especially if you're sending an email directly to the recruiter or employer. Systems use ATS and track these and screen these CVs. But when it goes to a recruiter via their email, it may not be screened, and the recruiter may be screening these CVs. So it's ideal that you send this as soon as possible because they may get a lot of CVs and they may work with the first few that they've received. If it's aligned to the job advert, the person has experience, etc., they will consider those CVs rather than those that are coming in late. So just be wary of those things as well. The email address, whilst it's not a tool per se, having a professional email address is crucial for job seekers. A dedicated email address that includes your name or a professional sounding username is important for creating a positive impression when communicating with potential employers. Avoid using personal or unprofessional email addresses when applying. I've seen some strange email addresses and I haven't included them here, but when I receive emails from students, from alumni, they have some fancy, funny, unprofessional email addresses that it comes from. So just be wary of that as well, because sometimes your CV comes via TrueRegent, and we would screen those CVs for our clients as well. So sending it from an unprofessional email address, portrays you in a bad light, and some of these, examples of email addresses, you may have, and at some point, you may think this is, funny, or, let me use this email address, but then you end up using it for work purposes, for professional purposes. It's okay if you're using it in your personal life, for your friends, etc., family, and they may understand or be able to associate, why you're using that particular email address. But for a professional, for job applications, etc., create an email address that aligns with your name and your surname. Don't put the, partyanimal@gmail or hotmail.com or hitman number 1 or John Doe at Hotmail or psychopath Fred, whatever it is. Don't use those. You can try using your name dot your surname, or your name and your surname, or your initial and your surname. That would reflect a more professional, profile of you as well. So some of the websites that you can look at, I've just created some for South Africa, for Swaziland, for Namibia. You will get a recording of this, of this presentation, so you will be able to have a look at it later on as well. So some of the websites that we looked at was in South Africa: Careers 24, Indeed, Career Junction, Biz Community, PNet, Gumtree. Region Connect also has a job portal that students and alumni can use. I upload jobs from time to time, and we also have an RSS feed coming through from Biz Community. Swaziland, some of the job sites and job portals are Times of Swaziland, Eswatini job portals, CareerJet, Swazi jobs. I have had students asking me about jobs within Swaziland as well. These are some of those websites that you can look at. In Namibia, you can look at my Namibia jobs, NAMI job, Careers 24 Namibia, and Namibian jobs. LinkedIn is also a good source of looking for or searching for jobs. So you can use that portal as well. You can use it, you can apply, you can select the criteria you're looking for as well. So job search techniques. These are strategies and approaches that you could use to effectively navigate the job market and secure employment. Techniques involve the actions, behaviors, and skills that individuals use throughout the job search process. And some of these include registering online, networking, optimizing your online presence, such as your LinkedIn profile, creating a targeted CV and cover letter, preparing for interviews, conducting informational interviews, attending careers fairs, and utilizing follow-up and thank you notes. These are quite important as well. And that was just a brief list of things that you could look at. I will just speak a little bit more about that in detail now. So what can you do in terms of job search techniques and getting the opportunity that you want? So networking and referrals, these are, you can attend events, workshops, webinars, seminars. Networking is crucial for job searching and career advancement. Consider attending industry events, workshops, webinars, and seminars to expand your professional network. Look at what is happening within Regent as well. We have quite a large number of events, workshops, and webinars happening that are provided free to students and alumni. Look at what is happening within your organizations, industries, communities, etc. You never know, your next employer may be at a religious gathering or a community initiative, so try and attend as much as you can, where you can network and create relationships with people within specific industries that you're interested in. When you attend these events as well, you need to be proactive and engage with people and professionals in your field. Exchange contact information, follow up with personalized messages, and utilize platforms like LinkedIn to connect and stay in touch. Don't, however, come across as a stalker, etc. Ensure that your messages are professional and courteous. Do not flirt. Don't be rude or aggressive if someone does not respond to you after connecting with them. People are busy, so maybe you could just wait a little while until someone has the time to respond to you, or you can look at other people that you have networked with, those contact details. Somebody would respond to you at some stage. If you're a student, the same goes for your WhatsApp and Telegram groups as well. Always be courteous, helpful, and reflect good personal values such as honesty and integrity. You never know where your next employer is. And I have spoken to employers recently, and somebody mentioned that she was on a study group chat, and somebody was really, really rude on the chat, and she came off the chat, and she said that, if that person, she remembers that person's name, etc., and she's in HR. So she said that, if that person ever, came for or applied for a position within that organization, she would not consider them. So just be wary of these things, how you portray yourself online, whether it's on a WhatsApp chat, whether it's on LinkedIn, whether it's on Facebook, etc. You never know who the next employer, and I keep reiterating that, you don't know where your next employer or your initial employer is. So just be wary of those things. With regards to professional bodies or professional associations, joining professional associations related to your industry provides numerous benefits. These associations offer networking opportunities, industry insights. They have job listings sometimes, it's nice that if you could actively participate in these events, workshops, and webinars. Most of these may require you to pay to attend, but it would be nice to gain updated information within your industry as well. When you're attending these events, you're able to network with fellow members, engage in mentorship programs, and stay updated on industry trends and job opportunities that are shared within the association or these bodies. Some employers choose to hire through the respective professional associations, as they place more value on these candidates who are registered within these professional bodies or associations. So it's nice if you could, depending on your qualification as well, join some of these bodies. Some of these within South Africa, SAPEX, for example, is recognized as an authority in South Africa for the supply chain management. I have personally seen job adverts requiring candidates to be members of SAPEX. Other professional bodies can include Marketing Association of South Africa, MASA, and in Namibia, there's NITS, which is Namibia Information Technology Society. So look and identify these professional bodies within your communities, within your countries, and that's aligned to your qualification, and try and join these once you've completed your qualification. A lot of these require an annual membership fee. Just look at that as well. A registration fee as well may be applicable in that instance. Optimizing your online presence. We're currently living in a digital age. So advancement in technology has made it compulsory for us to create an online profile. So having a strong online presence is essential. You can start by creating, if you have not already done so, or by optimizing your LinkedIn profile. You can come up with a professional headline. This must be aligned with your specific field or industry, qualification, etc. Write a compelling summary and showcase your relevant skills and achievement. Include a professional photo. Use LinkedIn to engage with industry-specific content and connect with professionals in your field. Depending on your field or expertise or industry, field of expertise or industry, consider creating a personal website or portfolio to showcase your work, projects, or certifications. You may be in marketing or advertising, and you have a separate website that showcases this. So you can add that onto your profile as well as a link, for those, your LinkedIn contacts to be able to view as well. The other thing you can do is take a look at some of the LinkedIn profiles and see how others engage with industry-related articles. Your profile can attract the attention of recruiters and employees who may contact you, but however, this is based on your headline information and up-to-date information in terms of your quality, your experience, your qualification, your experience, etc. And employees and recruiters may contact you directly on LinkedIn, based on this, on your profile and based on their search criteria as well. Attending job fairs, expos, and career expos, volunteering and internships. These are some of the things you can do. Job fairs and career expos are excellent opportunities to network with employers and learn about job openings as well. Research upcoming job fairs and career expos in your areas. Look at your institutions, what they're having, what events are happening there in terms of jobs, careers fairs, etc. If it's a face-to-face event as well, prepare yourself with an updated CV, dress professionally, I don't mean wear suit and tie and go there, but dress smartly. You'll be looking at prospective employers there, so how you portray yourself is important. It's important to engage actively with employers whilst you're there. Complete registers. Most companies will have registers that they need to take back to the offices as well. And whilst you're talking with people as well, if you completed the register based on your interaction with them, they might, make a note next to your name, and remember you. You may say, okay, I'm going to send my CV or whatever it may be, so, and you will contact them thereafter. So just be wary of these things. Some would take information to include in the database as well. So if they're looking for internship, interns or trainee positions that they may have that are coming up, they may, have a schedule or a form that you would need to complete those forms and send it back. If they are asking for CVs whilst they're there, you may, if you have copies of your CVs, you may give this to the employer or recruiter there. So these are some of the things that you can do. Also collect business cards so that you can follow up later, or the information, some have with information pamphlets there. Take these along with you so that you may follow up with the employer. Also look at volunteer and internship opportunities with relevant organizations or companies that align to the industries. And this will allow you to gain extensive experience. It'll provide you with valuable skills and opportunities. And sometimes these may lead to permanent opportunities as well. So some employers are looking to recruit candidates, at careers fairs. So it's important that one, you attend the event. Two, you need to have copies of your CV. Three, ensure that you are smartly dressed. Four, make sure you engage and participate at the events. You need to get yourself noticed. So you need to engage with people for that to happen. Right. So for volunteer opportunities as well, ensure that you are motivated, dedicated, and use this opportunity to gain all the experience you can. You may need that, in your first job opportunity that comes along, or you may, it may give you experience in another field that you may not have realized, that you have interest in. Recruitment agencies, company websites, local media. So basically what you can look at is recruitment agencies, these company websites, specific company websites aligned to what you're looking at. Local media outlets, a valuable source of job opportunities as well. You can research reputable recruitment agencies that specialize in your field. If you're doing the BCom accounting and wanting to become a chartered accountant, identify recruitment agencies or organizations who may specialize in this, and reach out to them. The same goes for supply chain management, marketing, etc. Company use specific recruiters to fill certain positions. Alternatively, they may have an in-house recruiter for internship and training opportunities as well. So ensure that you regularly visit company websites for job openings and follow their application procedures. If the system allows, register for push notifications so that if any job openings come up, you'll receive a notification. Also remember that to check local newspapers, your local tabloids as well will have job openings there. So look at these, these forms of media as well. There's the online classifieds for job advertisements as well. Yet again, please ensure that you tailor your CV to the cover letter to align with the specific job requirements when applying for these positions. Conducting informational interviews. Informational interviews are informal conversations that you may have with people working in a specific industry, a specific field, or in an organization. It provides an excellent opportunity for you to gather industry insights and expand your network. Identify professionals in your desired field or industry and reach out to them for informational interviews. You can ask them about their career paths. You can seek advice on the industry itself, and you need to show a genuine interest when you're doing these informational interviews. When you're conducting the interviews, take notes, and send a thank you note to express your gratitude for meeting with you as well. People are taking the time off from their dedicated work day, so be grateful and thankful to them for that information that you get. These conversations allow you not only to gain valuable insights, but it may also provide a platform for referrals to job openings as well. Based on your interaction with the person as well, they may decide, okay, you know what, let me take your details down. If anything comes up, I will be in contact with you as well. And you can follow up with an email as well, with a thank you email, and they have your information at end as well. I've always, and I've been receiving emails from students, from alumni, you want information from someone, send your contact details, rather than getting 3 to 4 emails back and forth. If you're looking at something specific, you want to know about something, please assist me with this, here's my contact details, So put your telephone number there, put more details about what you're talking about. Be specific, information must be relevant to what you're looking at as well. And these are some of little, email etiquette things. You're applying for a job, put some detail there, dear sir, madam, or dear recruiter, so that the person that's reading that, says, okay, this person is able to, compile a short letter to say that he's applying for this position, rather than just sending your CV off. That letter that you send, that cover letter that you send, will tell the recruiter upfront, about your qualifications, your experience, etc. So it's important that you include that as well. And that's where we go to, the tailored applications when preparing for interviews as well, And I cannot stress this enough, tailoring your applications and preparing for interviews, it significantly increases your chances of success. Analyze the job description, identify what the key requirements are, and customize your CV and cover letter accordingly. Research the company that you are applying to. Anticipate common interview questions and practice your responses. Consider conducting interviews with peers or mentors to enhance your interview skills. And also, if you would like to participate in a practice interview session, then please contact me. I'm available on employability@regent.ac.za. All right, so a lot of you have that email address. You are welcome to contact me on employability@regent.ac.za, and I will respond to you. We will also be doing an interview prep workshop in the coming months, and we will be having mock interview sessions as well. But if you are going for an interview and you don't have that experience, or you haven't been to an interview before, or you're unsure of what they would ask, send me an email, tell me you need assistance with this, you're going for an interview, please can you assist with this? And I will be glad to help you with that. All right. So then the next thing we look at is professional development, upskilling and reskilling for promotions. You need to invest in your professional development. This is crucial to career growth. Identify areas that need improvement and look for any opportunities for upskilling and reskilling. This could include attending workshops, specific training, or short courses. By continuously upgrading your skills, you enhance your qualifications and increase your chances of gaining employment, promotions, or better opportunities. So where do you start? Right? Update your CV, right? It must have the most recent and relevant information, right? Based on the field, the industry, your qualifications, etc. Just make sure your CV is always updated. Identify platforms, both online and offline, depending on the area. And I've got these areas at the bottom, location, icons there, depending on the area that you live in, it's different for each area. Here in South Africa, we have a lot of online opportunities, but we can also look at our local newspapers and media for tabloids as well here. If you're in Swaziland, you're in Namibia, etc., look at what's in the newspapers and what online platforms are available to you. Network. So you need to attend these industry events, workshops. You can network on LinkedIn, and build your relationships with potential employers. Research organizations. So look at your preferred employers. Which organizations or which companies do you want to work with? Who are these employers that you would like to, join? So research these organizations, and then you need to reach out to these organizations. Some may have, once you have identified these organizations, they may have email addresses. Find out who the HR person is and send out your application, send out a cover letter, send out your CV. Make sure it's aligned to what you want. It's aligned to what the company does as well, so that they will take you seriously and say, okay, you know what, we have a job opening, or we have a trainee position here, we can respond to this person. Or they may respond and say, you know what, we have job openings. I've received your CV. We have job openings on our website. Please have a look at it and apply via the website. Mock interviews as well. Reach out to us. We will be having mock interviews. And if you want an individual mock interview session, then please reach out to me. Here again, employability at Regent, and I will assist you best I can. So if you're going for an interview and you want that interview experience, reach out to me and I will assist you. Right. And then you follow up with the organization, communicate with the organization, and just to see what's happening and to get some feedback on your letters or your CVs that you have sent. Right, so in summary, we've gone through the job search tools. These provide you with the necessary resource and platforms to streamline the job search process. And then we went through the job search techniques, which involve the active steps and strategies that you would take to, stand out and secure job opportunities. Now, both these tools and techniques are essential and should be done concurrently to increase your chances of success in the job market. All right, so remember that implementing these strategies and techniques require consistent effort and perseverance. And by utilizing these tools effectively, you'll enhance your job search and increase your chances of success. All right. So best of luck to all of you in your job search, and thank you for listening to me. I'll take some questions now. I'll just stop sharing that and yeah, I'll just go through some questions. And please complete the evaluation form on the platform as well. Okay, hi Loretta, Andre, good morning, good day. Yes, Celesta, you'll get the recordings. It should be available sometime next week. Hi, Flora. Thanks for the website, Bernard. Mandisa, it's employability. The email address is employability@region.ac.za. I'm just going to type that out quickly for you. Yeah. For your Kazi, you're asking if it is necessary to have references on your CV. It's not necessary, but when you're looking at a job advert, look at what the job advert is asking. So if the job advert is asking you to include references, or they want to provide references, then include those references on your CV. But it is not compulsory. But please have those available on a document or on a separate CV that would references, so that when the recruiter employer asks you for these references, you're able to provide them with that information. Please fill out the evaluation form to help me improve on what we're doing. I'm trying to provide as employability workshops, webinars, and we're looking at some face-to-face events as well in the near future. So, this will help us improve on what we're offering you as well. Joe, it has been said that there are hidden job opportunities. How do we search for them? I think what you're talking about is sometimes these opportunities, organizations or employers may not advertise these opportunities. You may have applied for a position with a company and they have your CV at end, or maybe they already have a candidate in mind that they have considered for the position. But sometimes they would contact the candidate directly as well for these positions. So if you have sent your CV and they like what they see and they don't have that position of, available currently, in the future when that position comes up, they probably consider you for that position now, and then you get, somebody else will be wondering, but I haven't seen any adverts for that position, etc. So that's probably what you may be referring to, but I stand to be corrected on that. Victor, you're always welcome. We always trying to improve on what we're doing and what we're providing to our students and alumni. And hopefully, we want each and every one of you to be employed, in the near future, so that, we see that success within, our graduates as well. For your Kazi, yes, you can say, CV, references available on request as well. Right, that you have that option to put that. Personally, I wouldn't put that, references available, but if you have worked in a number of organizations, you should have references available for the recruiter employer. Doris says, thanks a lot. You're welcome, Doris. Loya Kazi, you're welcome. Vaneshri, you're welcome. I'm glad this is helping students and alumni alike. Retabile, sometimes one fully qualifies for the position but never even gets a chance for the interview. What could be the possible problem? Retabile, and I keep saying this, you need to align your CV with the job advert. Also, if your CV is not readable by the system as well, maybe your CV is fine, it's aligned to the job advert, but the format it is in, some candidates may want to get a fancy CV done, they're using, and the person who does the CV may use a specific software. Now that software, the information on that CV is not available or not readable by a system. So just ensure, and we spoke about this, and I'll continue to speak about this as well. If you cannot copy and paste that information from your CV onto a Word document and it's readable and legible, then the system is not able to pick that up. So please just check on that as well. And then others what you may do is you may have somebody type out a CV for you. It may be printed, and then you scan that CV. Once you scan that CV and upload to a system, it's not readable. Once you scan, specifically when you scan that CV, it no longer is readable. So what the ideal thing to do is compile your CV in a Word format and then save as a PDF. That's the easiest way. And then you upload it onto any website, and then it becomes readable by the system. So if you're not getting any response, that could be the problem. Mandisa, you're welcome. Kwai, you're welcome. Kwai. Ebenezer, I want to ask if it's necessary to put personal details such as age and language on a CV. This is not necessary, Ebenezer. There's details on Region Connect on the employability resources folder regarding this as well. Follow my templates there as well. You may download those templates and use for your CV. Welcome, Vuyukize Beulah. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Aaron, what template would you suggest for a professional CV? Aaron, I've uploaded CV templates on Region Connect. Please have a look at them. They're under the green employability resources folder. It's under the, you'll find it under the resources tab. Lufefe, if someone is involved in political leadership, is it advisable to include that experience, or is it detrimental to include it? That would depend on the organization you are applying to. If it's a government organization and you need to follow a specific party, etc., it could be detrimental, in terms of what you're looking at. Ideally, you don't want to, companies avoid certain areas for discussion, and this would fall under sort of discrimination in the sense, in terms of race, political affiliations, gender, age, religion, your beliefs, etc. So whilst it may, fall under discrimination if somebody doesn't accept it, companies are able to come up with something that would say, other reasons why they may not, employ you. And maybe they say, you don't have the necessary skills or specific skills that they're looking for, whatever it may be. So just be wary of these things. So decide which organization you're looking for, and then look at what information you can put on your CV and should not. Tabila, in other instances, one applies for the position with a subordinate, but never gets shortlisted. Could the problem be with my CV covering letter, or could there be other contributing factors? If you're within an organization and you're applying for a position, I think it's up to you to motivate why you deserve that position. And sometimes my assumption is that you're working within that organization. I stand to be corrected, but if that's the case, you need to motivate why you qualify for that position. You are in an organization, the HR, your managers, etc., can see how you work, the quality of your work ethics, your integrity, your values, etc., and decide from there, and no matter how much you apply for a position, you may not get that position. So look at what it is from your side as well, and how you can improve on what you're doing and the way you do things within the work environment as well. Pumesa, good day, Nirmala. How important is putting your picture on a CV? Because I'm starting to see some big companies require photos. I think this is a bit odd because I don't see how your looks can determine your competence on the job. If the employer is asking, and these are some of the big corporations as well, or sometimes the recruiters may ask as well. So, they may ask you to put a profile picture, and even on websites as well, you're required to put a profile picture. So if you're registering on PNet, it asks for a profile picture. So if a recruiter is looking and you have the relevant experience, yes, it shouldn't determine your competence on the job, but sometimes people just want to see who the person is behind that CV. It doesn't and shouldn't determine your competence or your ability to do a specific job. But if a company is asking, then ideally you should include a photo. Some way ask for a ID photo separately as well. And these are legit companies. So, but also just be wary of a lot of scams out there as well. So just be wary of who you're sending your information to. Sanela, thank you. Very helpful information. You're welcome, Sanela. Teresa, do you need to put your previous salaries on your CV from previous? No. Teresa, do not put your personal information or your salaries on your CV. Companies will ask you if you are shortlisted for the position or if you go for an interview, then they may require you to provide a confirmation of your salary. And this is the norm. Ideally, it shouldn't be such, but companies ask for that. So you need to prove what you're earning in order to get a specific salary. But this information should not be on your CV. Your personal information, your ID number, your age, your race, religion, etc., your salary should not be on your CV. So don't put any personal, your home address. Do not put any of your personal details on that CV. Your full name must be on your CV and your contact details, which is your telephone number and your email addresses. That's how employers or recruiters would get all of you. What if you are applying for a job irrelevant to the one you are doing at present? Do you still include that in your CV? Sishle, ideally you want to align your CV to the job. If it's somewhat similar to what you have done, you can include it. But if it's something different, ideally you want to send a comprehensive CV to someone. So you would want to include all information on your CV. Sabela, you're welcome. Lunga, I would like to know more about tailoring your CV. Should one leave out other job experience that are not relevant to the job you're applying for? As mentioned just now, you should include all your information on your CV. But don't highlight irrelevant information. So if you look at my CV template that I have one for psychological counselor, and one for facilities manager. So when I'm sending that, I would need to put that on my CV that, yes, you know what, I've done psychological counseling from that time to that time, and then I've done facilities management there. But when I'm sending out my CV, I'm going to highlight what is required, a line that maybe I'm applying for a facilities manager job and the advert requires specific requirements. So if I have those requirements, if I've done and have experience in that or those skills, then I'm going to highlight those on my CV. Right. So do not exclude information, because a recruiter is going to call you anyway and say, you know what, there's a gap on your CV. Please explain that gap. Then you're going to go back and give them the rest of that information. Rather avoid doing that, because then it comes off as sort of like more on the, leaning towards dishonesty, basically. So just include all your information, but highlight what you want, because when you're putting your details on the system, the system will pick up what it needs to. So if you're looking for a BCom graduate, it'll pick that up. If it's looking for critical thinking, if you have that on your CV, it'll pick that up. So don't be afraid to include other other job titles, so to speak, on your CV. Gabriel, I'm using LinkedIn and job portals. I don't get interview opportunities. What could be the problem? Gabriel, you want to update your LinkedIn profile, make sure it matches your CV in a way. So if you have qualifications or it's not updated and aligned to what you have on your CV, then that's probably one of the issues. Another thing is you need to apply for jobs that are relevant and aligned to your field. Put a summary there, put job titles that are relevant to your field on your profile. Put a job summary in terms of qualifications, etc. At the top, because when recruiters are looking and here again, it's sort of like ATS screening. Your profile is live, but it's sort of like ATS screening. So if I'm looking for a facilities manager, I'm gonna in Durban, in central Durban, and I'm going to must have 5 years experience, etc. So I'm going to put those that list of criteria on the system, and what comes back, is based on what people have put on their profile as well. So just be wary of that. Maybe you don't qualify for the position, etc., but you need to update and put those job titles on your profile. Ernesto, you're welcome. Tilelo, you're welcome. Aaron, welcome. Ritabile, welcome. Sharon, you're welcome. Tisha, welcome. Nkosivu, welcome there. Kedamot, Dutswe, this is very informative. You're welcome. Teresa, thanks. Welcome again. Ritabile, do I have an option to completely not make anyone a referee on my current employment place? Yes, you do. When it comes to references, look for references where you had a good experience, where people were, would be happy to give a reference, but just make sure the person that you choose is aware that, I've chosen you to be my reference, not your friends, not your family, but someone who's in a senior role that you have worked under and who's able to provide a reference for you. So make sure that when in any work environment, you have good relationships with the people that you work with. You're motivated and your work ethic is good. Integrity is in place. You have good work values, so that people, and even if you are not on sort of a friendly basis with them, they can say, you know what, this person has left. Yes, he worked really well, or he did his work. He was very efficient. the came up with new processes, etc., whatever they may have to say about you. All right. But when it comes to your current employment, you're not obligated to include that because it may affect your opportunities. Okay, if you're overqualified for available position, I don't think you should, Doris, I don't think you should downgrade your grade your CV to accommodate that. Look at what value you have to give to an organization, and you don't want to downgrade that for anyone, So own what you have and put that information out there, We're out of time, but if you'll have any questions, please send me an email on employability@Regent. Thank you all once again for attending. I'm just going to quickly just look at these questions. Okay, you spoke about that. Okay, so basically I've answered most of your questions. Okay, thanks everyone for attending. We will now end this session, but we will be having events in the near future, and we will keep you updated on that. Thanks once again, everyone. Bye-bye.